just so happened that the most popular video on my channel for colorists turned out to be the one about chemical perming. And it also happens that right now chemical perming is becoming more and more popular. Let's go over this topic to address all the questions you've been asking in your comments. Well, first of all, let's remember that a chemical perm is not a finished, beautiful curl every day. It's just a base for styling. The styling that you'll be doing every day. And to do this kind of styling, you'll have to learn how to do it. And it won't work out the first time or even the second time. To create a proper style on chemically permed hair, you'll have to learn the curly method, or at least its basics. You will need to know what you can, or more precisely, what you should do with your curly hair and what is absolutely forbidden. And this information applies both to clients and to stylists who are obligated to teach their clients how to style their hair afterwards. Modern chemical perming involves the participation of both of these parties at the same time. Of course, you can do such a perm on your own head, but I call this being your own hairdresser, which is equivalent to being your own dentist or your own gynecologist. Sorry for these comparisons, but I use them in my presentations so that the audience remembers them better, and preferably forever. So let's go over the questions about chemical perm solutions. On my YouTube channel, there are several videos about how to wrap the hair, which solution to choose for which hair type, and what size curlers to use. But still, time and again, you keep asking the same questions. I'm repeating this for those who need to hear it once more. In every professional brand that offers chemical perm solutions, there are specific guidelines for selecting and using solutions for different hair types. I'll repeat once again, each brand has its own rules, and these solutions are formulated based on those rules. If the instructions say to apply to freshly washed hair, like Schwarzkopf Professional does, then that's exactly what you should do, because the chemical formula is designed to be applied simultaneously to damp hair that has already been rolled onto curlers. With another brand, it might be different. Maybe you were trained using a different brand and they had different rules there. But if after your training you choose to use Schwarzkopf Professional for your work, then you should first roll freshly washed hair onto curlers and then apply the product from the applicator. And not with a sponge like you were taught 100 years ago to work with a tray curl. You need to be more flexible, more adaptable. If you use a different product, you work differently. Every package comes with instructions, both on the 1-liter bottles and on the individual packaging. Recently, someone asked me, what if I bought a product in bulk online and there are no instructions? Let me put it this way. Are you sure you were sold the exact product you ordered? Is it even the product of the brand you actually ordered? I would never buy a product in bulk. For single use, there are individual packages, which usually contain 80 grams of product and 100 grams of neutralizer. This is usually enough for a voluminous short haircut on hair of average thickness. If your hair is longer, take 2 packages. I hope everyone knows that a perm consists of 2 essential stages. The first is changing the shape of the hair. The second is fixing the new position of the hair. One cannot exist without the other. The choice of product type depends on the type of hair you are about to work with. There is such a thing as hard to curl hair. How can you tell if hair belongs to this type? Ask the client if curls made with a flat iron or curling iron hold well for them. If they don't hold well, then that's the type. Also, very thick and very straight, resilient hair falls into this category. But if the client's hair of this type is colored or bleached, you cannot use this product. It is usually marked with the number 0. This product contains the maximum possible amount of thioglycolate for breaking disulfide bonds. And on colored hair, and especially on bleached hair, such a concentration gives disastrous results. If the hair is colored, use the formula for colored hair, marked with the number 1. If the hair is lightened, but not with powder, rather with dye, up to the 12th level, and with a developer no stronger than 9%, then use the formula for lightened hair. Number 2 or 3. Hair that has been bleached with powder is not suitable for perming. But what should you do if the hair is hard to curl, but also colored? You can't use a strong formula because the curl will turn out too weak. Here's where we use a trick. We take the correct formula but use smaller curlers. The hair will curl more tightly, but will also loosen more because of its stubbornness. This way you'll get a nice curl without burning the hair. Any questions about the formulas? Write them in the comments, and we'll continue in the next video.